Hello, thank you so much for joining me. I found another spot in the house where I haven't recorded before. I like to ring the changes. And behind me is a Christmas cactus that has lots of buds that are beginning to open. So very shortly it will look beautiful. And maybe I'll film here again, that would be good. But I want to talk about living in the present. We've talked about this before. So many either live in the past and have trouble with unattaching themselves, and others live permanently in the future with their aims of moving onwards and upwards in life and not smelling the roses, the coffee, whatever, in the here and now. And I've been making myself live in the here and now at present. And I've gone with the letter P for present and thought, what are my P's? So I've got a row of P's in a pod. And the first one is purpose. Even though I'm retired, I still need a purpose in life. And my purpose is talking to you lovely folk who very kindly take time out to listen to me. And as ever, I really do think a lot about that. It's so kind of you. And having a purpose gives people a reason for getting up. Yes, a lot of us have the purpose of our working day, that we've got to be up and off and on the road, off to our place of work, or if you're working at home, setting up and getting your day sorted. I have to say, I don't miss that driving every day up and down the M6, but I did miss the people. I still do miss the children, but I have got myself this new purpose. And it was totally unintentional, but it's absolutely wonderful. So I had this door ajar. The YouTube door was ajar, that I had a very small channel, and whoa, the door opened and onwards and upwards. So never be afraid to peep through those doors. You never know what might happen. And if you're without a purpose, there are always voluntary people needed desperately. And I was telling one of our people that have a go at visiting local schools and ask if they could use somebody as a listener for the children to read to. And many of the children these days haven't got grandparents in their life because we're scattered hither, thither, and yonder. So to have an older person with whom they can begin to relate, that's a good thing for both sides. So P for purpose, that's the first P in my pod. I'm talking of children. I wonder how many children realise that P's don't just arrive in a plastic bag from a freezer, that they actually grow on plants in pods, and the pods have to be popped open. That used to be my job as a child. Yeah, one of my favourite ones, because I could pinch all the little tiny sweet peas. So swiftly moving on to my next P, passion. In whatever way you wish to translate it, be passionate about something. Otherwise, life can get very mundane, very monotone. But if you've got a passion, and my passion is about the way people treat Mother Nature, the litter that people throw around, the litter that people think it's okay, oh, somebody else will clear it up. And I love being around nature. So that is my passion, and helping to do my bit to care for nature. Yeah. If you have other passions, nod, nod, wink, wink, good for you. I haven't any such passion around at present, so I will stick with communing with Mother Nature. Pleasure. Well, you could tie that one in with the last one. Way, what, Chick Denise, you're on a slippery slope here. At pleasure. Life can be without pleasure very easily, especially if you're on your own. Pleasure doesn't have to be expensive. Pleasure can just be two friends talking over a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, nattering, sharing giggles, talking about anything and everything. And I have a friend that I phone every day, have done for quite a few years now. And we're two old biddies, but we talk about anything and put the world to rights. I think that people will be quite amazed at some of the things we talk about. And I'm thinking about where my conversation took me this morning. Yeah, YouTube would definitely go, no, thank you very much. So, pleasure. It might just be walking out in nature. Might be reading a book, curling up, reading a book, watching a film on television. I like to watch something that I can become engrossed in. There are a few that I've watched several times, but mostly if I put one on and I can think of the ending as soon as it starts, that puts me off. But there are some that I can rewatch. And the last P in my pod, the biggest P, is peace. We all need some peace in our life. Peace on a personal level. Peace to allow us to motor on with our lives, to feel at peace with who we are, to accept who we are, what we are, that we are an individual. We're not perfect, another P. Though there are those who claim that they are, we are all imperfect. We're flawsome. And if we can accept ourselves, be at peace with who we are, so much the better. I said before that when I had my cataract surgery, I could see a lot more clearly, obviously, than I could before. And I saw that I have dark spots here, but I have a big one here. And at first I thought that was iodine from the surgery. So I went to the chemist and asked, could I have something that would remove it? To be told, sorry, but it's not an iodine stain. That is just a brown mark on your face. Just what you want to hear. But I came to peace with it. I am at peace with it. And it's happened. It's the way of life, along with the wrinkles. It would be lovely to have a smooth skin, unblemished. But, you know, that's not the way it is for me. So I will be at peace. And apart from personal peace, wouldn't it be amazing to have peace throughout the world, in the countries that are in the middle of strife, looking as if they could be going to have some time when peace isn't top of the agenda, and where peace is a very tenuous thing that they're holding on to at present, that could erupt once again into anything but peace. So there we are. Have you got any of the peas in your pod? I'd be interested to know. So I've got purpose, passion, pleasure, but above all, peace. On that note, thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.